Hey everybody, it's Molly with AllEars. I'm at Disney's Hollywood Studios today with a brand new video. One of the biggest questions I get asked all the time, doesn't matter what climate it is, are the wait times accurate at Disney World? Are they higher, are they lower? Are they spot on? So that's exactly what we're gonna be looking into today. I'm gonna ride all the big name attractions here at Hollywood Studios, and we're gonna clock each of the waits to see how close they are to the actual wait time so you can know what you might expect next time you come to Walt Disney World. I hope you're ready, I hope you're excited. We got Rise of the Resistance, we got Tower Terror, we got Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We got a lot of fun coming your way. Let's get to it. Pulling up to Hollywood Studios around 9:20. The park opens officially and boarding groups are available at 10. This is later than I would advise you to get here because now I'm gonna play this panic game until I get inside the park. I cannot commend the cast enough. They know everybody's trying to book it and get in here urgently. They have really organized it. Good morning. They've got 3 lines here for temp check. Parking was super quick. Getting through the toll plaza was super quick, considering how many cars there were. I can't commend this cast enough. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? You look great.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you. Go. So fast. It is so fast. All right, security time. Then I'm in. A little pro tip. Go all the way down to the right when you're going into the park entrance because there's turnstiles down here and everybody seems to go to those. So you can go all the way down this way and you'll be able to grab one much quicker. Hello, good morning. There we go. People often ask me, hey Molly, what's Hollywood Studios like first thing in the morning? This is what it's like first thing in the morning. Hello.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Thank you, good morning. Cast members are treasures. Hi there. I love Disney cast members. They're so wonderful. And as a personal note, please be nice to them. They didn't make the rules up. Whether you want to wear a mask or not, that's the rules. Please don't yell at them about it. I've seen it too much recently. So I've seen a lot of people yell at cast members recently and it hurts my heart. So please don't. One thing that is super unique about Hollywood Studios compared to any of the other parks right now is that none of the other parks really have rope drop. Like if you go to Magic Kingdom within the first hour, you're gonna be able to get on some big attractions pretty quick, and I'm gonna do this at Magic Kingdom, I'm gonna do it at all the parks, so don't worry about that. But at Hollywood Studios, everybody gets here before 10 o'clock because they want that Rise of the Resistance boarding group. So you've got really long wait times right off the bat. Where does everybody go at 10 o'clock? Well, they go to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. A few people might go to Slinky Dog, some might head over to the Millennium Falcon, but you're gonna get really long lines right off the bat. So I'm off in a corner, hiding, ready to get my Rise of the Resistance boarding group because I still subscribe to the fact that I don't want to be near a bunch of other people, so I don't want to get in a line, frankly, until I have a boarding group. And then I'm gonna go straight for the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway line because that seems to be where most people go right when they get into the park, and I'm gonna clock that one from there. Some people head over to Galaxy's Edge to go do Smuggler's Run, and some people head to Toy Story Land to get in line for Slinky Dog Dash. But I would say the most popular attraction first thing in the morning is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. 105 minutes. Here we go. Thank you, sir.
Certainly.
So I actually am the last person they're allowing in this queue right now because it's so full. They have to close it to capacity because there's no more room for anyone else. One thing that is kind of fun about being in this line is when you are outside the theater itself, you can look at all the handprints. Because, I mean, you're walking through them at a slow pace, so you've got plenty of time. But you've got Dick Van Dyke right here, Lauren Bacall, Angela Lansbury's over there. There's a lot of super famous people that came and did their handprints here. Winifred Sanderson herself, Bette Midler, Lily Tomlin, Carol Burnett, Ray Liotta, Goofy, Steve Martin. See, this is fun. Check-in. It's been about 20 minutes according to my timer. I've moved on to the other side of the Chinese theater. Now I'm working my way through this part. I will say I've been pretty steadily moving this whole time, so it hasn't been too bad. I can't emphasize this enough. If you don't care about Rise of the Resistance and getting a boarding group, don't get here right at 10. These lines are so long initially because everybody got here to get a boarding group. So of course everybody now runs to Mickey and Minnie's and Slinky Dog and everything like that. But if you don't care about Rise, which you should, I'm not saying not to care about Rise, I'm saying get here at 10 for Rise. But if you don't, then come later and don't deal with this. Because the lines are gonna go way down in the afternoon once everybody that got here first thing gets on all the rides and rides Rise of the Resistance. The rest of these lines are gonna go way down in the afternoon. My timer on my phone says it's been just over an hour, like it's at like an hour and 1 minute, and I'm about to go inside. Also, the wait time has dropped. When I got in line, it was posted at 105 minutes. It's dropped to 90 minutes.
There will be a brief delay as our cast members perform cleaning procedures for each of our trains.
Every couple hours, it's every 2 hours, they clean and sanitize every single ride vehicle, and they send it through without anyone on it. I'm surprised they're doing it this early. Maybe they did it at 9, and now it's just after 11. Some rides, they shut it all down and they do them all. Some of them, they do like every other, so you're still loading guests onto it, but it's at a half capacity because they're only doing every other vehicle. So we'll see, but this is definitely gonna add time to my wait, and it would add time to your wait no matter where you are. Every ride does this across all 4 parks. They do the cleaning procedures, and that's gonna add some time on your wait. Cleaning took about 13 minutes according to my stopwatch, and now we're moving again. So I think we're gonna be closer to that 90-minute mark, but not up to the 105-minute mark. Yeah.
Head into the cartoon world. Have a great time.
Thank you. Stepping on board at 1 hour and 25 minutes. Total wait time at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway, I can't say it, Runaway Railway was 1 hour and 25 minutes. Remember, my original estimate was 105 minutes, which is 1 hour and 45 minutes, so it was 20 minutes shorter than the original estimation when I first got in the line. It would have been about 15 minutes shorter than that if they hadn't done a cleaning cycle when I was in there, but that's our first one. Now, one thing I want to point out is they're not doing pre-shows right now, so they actually have a new overhead announcement where they're like, ruh-roh, Goofy had a blast, and now you're going in the cartoon to help explain what happens in Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So, one down, many more to go. I can hear this beautiful song in the background of the announcement, and it's the song from Captain America and Endgame, and I'm like, wow, what a treat. What a treat. When I saw those films for the first time, like a couple weeks ago, I was like, what? They play that at Hollywood Studios. It's crazy. I'm sure you guys all knew that, but I'm quite behind the times on the Marvel. I just literally watched them all like a month ago. Current posted wait for Tower of Terror is 65 minutes, and it starts right here. You kind of weave into the Fantasmic Amphitheater a little bit, that queue. Remember, these queues are gonna look way, way longer than they actually are because they have to space everybody out 6 feet. So if you see it like all the way down Sunset, it's still probably long. It's not as long as it appears. This is actually much further back than I've seen it in the past. In your imagination. Okay, we gotta start the clock now. Time check, it's just under 30 minutes, and I'm about to enter into the standard part of the queue for Tower of Terror. I think my stopwatch said like 28 minutes, and this is where I am. It's been just about 45 minutes now, and I'm now entering the lobby. The best part of Tower of Terror, if I'm being honest with you. There is no pre-show right now at Tower of Terror. You just walk through the library as part of the queue.
Thank you.
Total wait time at Tower of Terror, 53 minutes, so a little more than 10 minutes overestimated. And again, I caught a cleaning cycle at the beginning when I was in the Fantasmic part of the queue. That was about 10 or 15 minutes. So these cleaning cycles really can kind of make or break how much it's overestimated. But still, so that was pretty accurate. And I'm headed next door to Rock and Roller Coaster. Rock and Roller Coaster's next. It has a posted of 45 minutes, but it actually extends out through the archway. And this would be my spot right here. Here we go, Rock and Roller Coaster.
Whatever you choose, we hope you enjoy your day here at Disney's
22 minutes, and I just made it inside. And much like Tower of Terror and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, there's no pre-show, so you just keep moving through that part. Something interesting I learned, I confirmed with one of the managers over at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway that I had a sneaking suspicion of, is that the wait times before the clock stopped when you got into the first pre-show of the attraction, not actually in the ride vehicle. So that might be the case for some of the inflation on some of the attractions, is that they are overcompensating for the fact you're not getting to see a pre-show. Because if this were in fact, if this were operating, I would be at about a 23-minute wait, not a 45-minute wait. So I think they're helping inflate that. But it's also not too far till I get on, so we'll see what the final grand total is. I got the back row, that's my favorite, and it's been just about 30 minutes. I love Rock and Roller Coaster. This is about to be controversial. I might like it more than Tower of Terror. It holds no candles to the theming and the queue and the Imagineering of Tower of Terror. But as far as like the physical ride function, I love a roller coaster, and that's one of the best, especially in the back because you really get the whipping. So it was about 15 minutes less than the posted wait time, which is pretty in keeping. All of them have been about 15 or 20 or so far from the posted wait time. So that was only 30 minutes, which really wasn't too bad at all. It's almost 2, so the park's kind of dwindling already. And no, I think it's lunchtime. That's what ride it is next. Next, it's time to the ride of eating. That's what we're gonna do. It's also about 10 to 2, and I was not able to get a boarding group earlier because my app kind of timed out when I was in Starbucks trying to get the 10 a.m. one. I cut it too close. I didn't listen to my own advice, which is be away from other people. So I am gonna try and get a boarding group at 2 o'clock. I'd like to time to see if the estimate they give you on the app is actually accurate, and also how long the wait is once you actually get in that queue, even if it's not an official queue. It's almost 2 o'clock. I'd like to point out the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway queue. It doesn't weave as much in front of the in front of the Grauman's Chinese Theater. There's nobody waiting right here, which I had to wait through. Everybody's over here. Posted wait time is 90 minutes, which is actually more than I waited when it was posted at 105. So I think it's safe to say it would be under 90 minutes later in the day. So this is what I'm talking about. These big wait times are going to drop. So I don't think I would do Mickey and Minnie's first. I would save it for later in the day. Okay, so 3 things just happened. 1, I was able to get a backup boarding group to Rise of the Resistance. They're currently boarding up through group 62. I got group 113. We'll see if I make it. Let me explain. A backup boarding group does not guarantee you get to ride. Well, none of them guarantee you get to ride. But it didn't give me an estimated wait time or anything because I'm backup. If they get through everybody else, then they'll call my group. Number 2, I ordered some delicious lunch. I mobile ordered at ABC Commissary, and the closest pickup time was in about 25 minutes from now. It wouldn't let me do sometimes you can do pickup now through half an hour from now, but it said pickup time at 2:25. So there's about 25 minutes until I can go pick up my lunch at ABC Commissary. And I'm not one to sit around. So number 3 thing that happened, I looked at the wait times and I saw that Story Mania has a posted 25-minute wait right now. So I'm gonna go jump in that queue and collect that one for us, because by the time I get off, I'll still be in my return window for my lunch. So that's why we're going into Toy Story Land right now. We are definitely moving and grooving the most of any queue so far, and I just want to remind everyone how adorable this land is. Look at the Candyland themed characters, look at the straws and the crayons and the Christmas lights. This land is so incredibly detailed. I notice new things every single time I'm here, so make sure you check that out as you're weaving through this queue. Look at this! Look at this! Here we go! Row 4, I am under 13 minutes and about to board this attraction. That's a win right there, my friends. That's a win. Remember when this was the busiest attraction in Disney World? And it always had 2-hour lines? And people ran here to get paper fast passes? Those were the days. Toy Story Mania was about 15 minutes. It was more like 13 minutes. So that is about half of what the posted wait time was. So, but still about 10-15 minutes less than the posted wait time, which is kind of the pattern we've been seeing for a while. Toy Story Mania, I've seen it insanely low recently, so keep that one to the afternoon as well, because you could basically walk on it and ride it a couple times at this point. Waiting outside ABC Commissary. This restaurant just reopened recently. Since the closure, they hadn't reopened, and they debuted a bunch of new menu items, including a buffalo chicken mac and cheese, some different tacos. So figured that'd be a great place to grab lunch, and they are using mobile order. So I'm just waiting for mine to be ready. I got the shrimp taco. So it's 2 tacos. It's got some shrimps in there, some cotija cheese, a chipotle sauce, a fresh mango salsa, and that comes with rice and beans. I asked for extra sauce on the side, and then I also got the watermelon margarita to make this a real feast. Okay, that's not bad. Now, it's not the best margarita I've ever had, because that would be at like La Cava del Tequila in Epcot or Frontera Casina in Disney Springs or something, but for like a pre-mixed margarita, it's not too bad. You can definitely taste the sour, you can taste the tequila. It's not super sickly sweet, which is my absolute no thank you when it comes to pre-mixed cocktails. So let's get into these tacos. I'm gonna squeeze the fresh lime on there. Boop. Let's go. That is very good. I didn't expect that from ABC Commissary, because a few years ago this was really not my favorite place. But they've added new things to the menu over the last year, and it's kept getting better and better, and now these are pretty good. And Hollywood Studios needs a good quick service restaurant, and I think this is it. I think this is the good one. Big, flavorful, juicy shrimp, fresh salsa. Love the crunch from that cabbage on there. I'm gonna try the beans and the rice. Also good. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Comeback of the year, Glow Up 2020, ABC Commissary. Now me and my margarita are headed to Toy Story Land to see what Slinky Dog Dash's wait is like. The one thing I will say about this queue, it's hot. It is in the direct sun, there's not much shade. Go later in the day. It's been about 40 minutes already. It's a little over 40 minutes, and I just got into the main part of the queue. So I think this one's gonna either be right on the money at 60 minutes or maybe even a little over. Much like the Toy Story Mania queue, this queue is adorable. It's got tons of details. You can see Andy's plans for the roller coaster, all kinds of cute stuff. But also, I'm at the 55-minute mark, and I'm not quite on the ride yet, so I think this one's gonna go over the 60-minute posted wait. It's been about an hour and 5 minutes, and I'm next to get sorted into a corral. So, Slinky Dog, the first attraction that's gone over so far today. Slinky Dog clocked in at an hour and 5 minutes, so 5 minutes over the posted wait time. That's the first time we've seen that. Like anything else, in the afternoon it goes way down. I came not that long ago and I was on in like 30 minutes when it said 50 minutes, so and that was like almost before park closed. So I would save this one along with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway for a little bit later. Here's she is in all her glory. The Millennium Falcon posted 55 minutes, but I don't know considering the line doesn't even go outside. Great photo op time right now. But let's get in line. Let's pilot the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy, shall we? Hey! I've been consistently walking for about 3 minutes and just now finally hit other people. It's been 13 minutes and I'm already in where the pre-show would be. Hi, Hondo. I would like to be the pilot. Because it's one party per cockpit right now, you can choose what positions you are amongst yourselves. The pilot is for sure the best position.
Be able to steer whether.
Oh no.
Chewie, make the jump to light speed. Oh, that's ridiculous. Things are getting too hot.
What a fun attraction. If you're a Star Wars fan, you gotta put that one on your list. Total wait time 18 minutes. That was to the cockpit sitting down from entering the queue, and the posted time was 55 minutes. So that's pretty good. That's the most discrepancy we've had so far. And I think, like I said, that's how it's gonna be as the day goes on and on. The lines are gonna get shorter and shorter. So, all right, now I'm just waiting for my Rise group to get called because it's almost time. A couple things that I've noted throughout the day in general. I think no matter which park you're going to, you need a game plan of what your top like 4 or 5 things are, and make sure you put those at the top of your priority list, and then consider anything else you get to do extra. So at this park, you know, maybe it's Tower Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog Dash, Millennium Falcon. Make sure that you put those in a priority to get done, and then again, anything else is gravy. It's about 5:30 right now, still waiting on that Rise route, but I have been able to do 6 other big attractions in this park. Been here since park open, also ate a delicious lunch, also had some coffee, but I've been able to do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Toy Story Mania, Slinky Dog Dash, and Smuggler's Run. So it's not impossible to do everything that you want to do, but it just takes a little bit of planning and some patience right now. My Rise of the Resistance group just got called, so I am headed into the queue, and even though there's not a posted wait time, I'm going to time it to see how long it takes for me to get from where you tap your band with the cast member actually on to the first ride vehicle. So just for fun, let's just keep doing it, let's just see it. Now, ooh, this could vary drastically. I've waited an hour plus in there. I've also walked right on, so we'll see what happens today. Rise of the Resistance tips. To get a boarding group, get off Wi-Fi, start toggling about 2 or 3 minutes beforehand between the home screen and the Rise of the Resistance screen, and then click join as fast as you can. It will automatically select anybody that's in your friends and family that's also tapped into the park. Click continue, fingers crossed. Also, get away from other people. That may be a superstition, but I didn't get one at 10 a.m. and I got one at 2 p.m. because I hid from all the other people. I'm not saying it's related, but you know what I mean? I just started the clock because look, you're actually looping around this whole way and back this way before you, hello, just one. Thank you. So you're actually looping around this whole way in front of the X-Wing. I spoke to a cast member as I was entering the queue and got scanned in. He said this was probably gonna be about an hour, which he said is pretty standard for this time of night. I assume, this is just an educated guess, that they call a bunch of the backup boarding groups towards the end of the night because people would rather wait an hour than not get called at all. He also said there was a slight delay earlier, which may be part of this, so I'd be curious if you've ridden Rise of the Resistance, how long did you actually wait to get on the attraction? Because that's another benefit of getting a boarding group earlier in the day is maybe you won't have to wait this long versus the end of the night, but I know for me, if the choice is wait an hour to get on Rise or don't get on Rise, I'm going to tell you to wait an hour to get on Rise. So I just hit 35 minutes, and this is the part where they scan your band again, right before the cargo lockers. This would be a great time to be using the app, the data pad, because you could be scanning all these crates. I did that in a video recently, and it was so much fun. Go check it out. We'll link it for you, but that is definitely something that can help pass the time while you're in line here. Just over the 40-minute mark, and we're about to go in to the room where Ray is, which is where the attraction officially begins. So it was like 42 minutes to get in here. So that's not bad. That's less than they said.
Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9 Nom and I shall personally see them delivered.
Now quick, get out there!
found the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing.
You there, officer.
That never gets old. It's amazing.
We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay.
We can do it, R5. New bestie. We got this. We got it.
Attention, all resistance personnel. Abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship. This is short of the battle.
It's so good. It's the music. I mean, there's nothing like it. And this is my genuine reaction every time. No other attraction in the world's ever done this. As much as I'd love to say, don't worry about rides, get here later. Don't worry about all the crowds. Get here in the afternoon and enjoy the lower wait times. I can't do it. I cannot do it. You guys need to get on this attraction. So you need to get here at 10. And that's just how it is, because it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I waited about 43 minutes from the time I got into the queue to actually going into the first room with Ray. Not that long, all things considered. I waited longer for other attractions, but I have had shorter wait times at earlier boarding groups, so I do think towards the end of the night, they're just like, call as many people as we can back because we want as many people as we can to experience this. So that's another reason to get here at 10 and get the earlier boarding group if possible, because you probably won't have to wait as long when you get called back. So I just left. How funny is this? This sign at Pizza Rizzo it like etches out and it says it's rat pizza. Oh my gosh, what a hilarious Imagineering detail. A cast member just pointed that out to me as I came over to take a picture of this area. The park's officially closed and it looks so pretty, and she was like, hey, check that sign out. Hilarious. What a fun detail. Well, that is a wrap on my wait times video here in Disney's Hollywood Studios. What have we learned? Well, we learned that for the most part, wait times in Disney's Hollywood Studios are pretty accurate. Most of them were within 15 minutes of their posted wait time. Luckily, most of the time it was 15 minutes over. So you may see a little bit of lower actual waits than posted waits, but for the most part in this park, they're pretty spot on. A lot of that is due to the fact that everybody gets here early to get on Rise of the Resistance. So I still think the best game plan is to get here and head down Sunset Boulevard to knock out Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror first, then work your way over to do Millennium Falcon, Slinky Dog, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway towards the end of the night, because most people go to Mickey and Minnie's first, so you want to do the opposite. What have the wait times been like in your experience at Hollywood Studios? Definitely let me know in the comments. It's so helpful for our team and for our other followers. We are going to be doing this in the other 3 parks as well as Universal Studios, so look forward to those videos. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net. Until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it's been magical.
Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.